Yo, Johnny, wake up.
Oh, is it that time? Yo, Shaq, what's the weather like in Florida today?
80.
At Culver, a lot of us come from different areas. Like I'm from Indiana and my roommate's from Florida. So in my daily routine, usually I go to brush my teeth next. I might meet someone new. Let's go check it out. Whoa. I didn't know you were recording me. So I guess I can talk to you a little bit more about diversity before I go brush my teeth. So before I came to Culver, I lived an hour away in South Bend, Indiana, and I never really got that much exposure to diversity. Like a lot of my friends, they're all from Indiana, but now at Culver, within my unit and around the school, there's kids from all over the world, like China, Mexico, Korea, Saudi Arabia. My roommate's from Florida, as you already know, so I get to meet a bunch of really cool, diverse people, and they get to share their stories, and I'd like to share a few of them with you today. So we just finished brushing our teeth, and funny enough, we're talking about Chicago and how that relates to Culver, which I think is a perfect segue to talk a little bit more about diversity. Am I right?
Yeah, of course.
So, being from Chicago, you are. So being from a big city, how does that affect your view on diversity?
I mean, being in Chicago, you meet so many different people from all over the world. I mean, there's so many cultures there, so everywhere you go, there's always going to be someone different than you.
Around the corner, you don't know what you're going to find. And also, in Chicago, one thing that's really big there is sports, like Sox, Cubs, Bears,
Chicago Fire,
Blackhawks, Bulls. So how do you think sports affects diversity and just the view of the world?
I mean, sports is one of the greatest ways to bring everyone together from all over the world for all these types of tournaments. It's amazing.
Yeah. So I gotta go to BRC right now. So
Currently living in San Marcos, California, but I used to be from Spain.
So what's a fun fact about Spain?
About Spain, I don't know, just the culture's a lot different. I guess kind of a fun fact that a lot of Americans kind of joke about is we eat at 11 at night, which is pretty
So we're going to the first class, which is,
For me, it's APLA.
for me, it's U.S. history. So I'll see you there.
I know you're from Georgia, so how do you think that moving from Georgia to where you're now in South Bend, there's different cultures there completely, so what has the regional differences affected you?
Yeah, there's a lot of regional differences. Two of the most, I guess, apparent one is like speaking. When I first came here, I grew up with in the South, deep South, in rural Georgia, so I had a thick Southern accent. When I first came here, kids were using words like pop and other odd stuff, and I would always just say Coke. And so the first year in middle school was pretty weird.
Yeah. So I'm with my physics partner, and before class we were actually talking a little bit about diversity. So what did you learn about diversity at Culver?
A lot. I've met so many people from so many different places. Like Johnny, we've never met him if we weren't in the same unit. There's people from around the world. A lot of people from Mexico, from the other side of the world. Being from Culver, I don't really get to see people from all over the world, but actually going to school here.
So I'm in math class with Mrs. Stanfast, and we were just talking a little bit about diversity. So perfect timing to be a part of the movie.
Perfect timing! I am originally from a very small town called Churchville, Pennsylvania. It is just north of Philadelphia.
So being from there, how do you think Culver's unique and shows off diversity on campus?
I think Culver shows off diversity on campus through pretty much everything that we do. I like the fact that Culver looks at diversity in all aspects of what we do. I mean, you could film our classroom. Can you film our classroom?
Yeah, of course.
Look at our classroom. Are you saying your classroom's diverse? Our class is so diverse.
It is very diverse.
And I would urge you to not only look at the surfaces of us, but look at all of the whole person that we bring, all of the identities that we bring into the classroom.
Man, I'm really tired, but at Culver after classes, it's athletic period. And at Culver, there's many different sports teams and students from all over the world play for these teams, which just shows that diversity goes beyond the class. So before I go to bed, let's learn a little bit more about Company B. You have to deal with a lot of people around the unit and deal with whatever they do wrong. So how has that helped you learn how to deal with people?
I think the way it's helped me deal with people is I learned that not everybody is the same. So like different strategies.
I like that.
Different strategies work for different people to like achieve the same goal. So it's just about getting to know the person, getting to know them on like a talking basis instead of just applying one fits all.
So what did Culver teach you about American culture?
I think Culver not only talked about American culture, but I think Culver really taught me how to behave as an honorable gentleman.
Hi, my name is Kingsley Gadzi. I'm a sophomore.
And where are you from again?
I'm from Vermont,
Where's your second home?
Saudi Arabia.
So how do you feel Saudi Arabia and America are different?
Saudi Arabia has a lot more stricter rules than America. Because Saudi Arabia, you can't have freedom of speech.
So what have you learned about diversity in your short 2 years here?
Well, at my time here at Culver, there's been a lot of people who have been from other places, you know? So like when you're in Chicago, you know, there's a lot of people who are from in the country, but when you come to Culver, there are people from outside the country as well. And when there are people from outside the country who come in and you see them at Culver, there's a lot of different things that they do and there's a lot of different cultures to Culver.
So what have I taught you about diversity?
So speeches weekly that you give at the unit meetings.
Fire, huh?
Yeah, they're fire. You know, things that are happening in the world and in Culver, and it's a great system.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, love you too.
So how has the Culver leadership model helped you become a better leader?
Being at Culver, meeting a lot of different kids with different cultural backgrounds, you really just understand how like the communities work together with different, needs and how they complement each other. And I kind of just understand that and just, help people like get together better. And that's how you be a leader. You put the community together.
I like that.
Hey, I got you a question. What do you like about diversity?
That's a really good question. I really like how diversity, it brings people together. Like before meeting you, honestly, I don't think I've ever had braised beef short rib from China.
That's crazy, but like I've never had like
mom,
Brazilian food either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like,
so
Brazilian
it brings people
They
together.
can cook.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And we're actually neighbors, so we know each other pretty well.
Yeah, we do.
And we're both really tired, so I think it's time to go to bed.
Yep, it's sleepy time.
So thanks for having a diverse day with me, and make sure to stay diverse.
Stay diverse.